Oh, right. Last time we were here, Amber was not having a good one, huh?
Yeah.
How you doing, Amber?
Seems like not great.
Yeah. The crowd moves on. I don't bother raising my head, allowing myself to be dragged along wherever they're going. My hand is tucked deep within my pocket, playing around with the cassette and its string of tattered ribbon. The hotel is far in the distance now, lit up against the darkening sky. Marina's probably still up there crying. I let go of the tape and force myself to keep walking through the clammy misters attached to... misting... like a misting... Okay. Clammy misters attached to the shops and bars. It's not my business. It's what's best for her. Really? You don't see the contradiction in that? In being not your business and you deciding what's best for her? How you doing, Amber? But it hurts. Everything hurts. I keep expecting Marina to come skip after me and lean on my shoulder so we can explore the town, or better yet, shoot me out and punch me until I feel like I can justify what I've done. But I know that's not going to happen. She's too sweet for that. She's Marina. And I don't want anything to ever change that, me especially. I can't be trusted with something that precious to not screw it up. Not again. A shrieking laugh shatters my trance. Whipping around, I find a small building squished between a thrift store and a pawn shop. Thrift shore. That's where we're at. I pull off to the side and peek in, wanting nothing more than to forget about everything. It's smaller than the RV, the entire middle dedicated to 4 mismatched bars set up in a square, surrounded by cheesy island decor and streamers hanging from the ceiling. Under it all, a legion of girls. Girls. Tall girls, girly girls. Red girls, blue girls. 1 girls, 2 girls. Redheads, blondes, brunettes, all crammed inside and chatting each other up at a festival of free-flowing drinks. Oh, I can see myself blush in real time thanks to the window. The rest of the bar probably does too. I must look like an idiot. I don't leave though. Sitting at the bar beneath the red and pink party lights is a slim girl with shaggy rainbow-dyed hair. She sways on her stool as she laughs with the bartender, the shape of her ass outlined in tight jeans. I can't buy her a drink, but then again, this is the place for it. Maybe I... Catching a glimpse of me, she turns to the window and gives me a bright, big smile. Images of Marina flash through my head. Images from last night at first. Her holding me, me kissing her neck. And then the Valley of Fire, finding all the pieces of the treasure, helping her on the side of the road. But the images that stick out the most are the quiet times. Me driving on the highway while Marina sways back and forth to my music. I back away, then take off as fast as I can. Am I that disgusting? Was that all Marina was to me? I slap myself. When it barely stings, I do it again, smacking myself so hard that the tears bead in my eyes. Blinking them back, I swallow and keep running. One by one, the shops vanish behind me. The sidewalk thins, then disappears. Eventually, it's too dark to see even the ground, and I'm running under unfiltered starlight. When I finally stop, my shoes are heavy with sand. I wilt over and suck in huge, gasping breaths. Forcing myself to look over my shoulder, I realize I'm surrounded by sand dunes and rocky hill ranges. I've left the city far behind me. My footprints prove that. Saguaro cacti are scattered at random, like sorrowful people brooding under the moonlight, their prickly limbs reaching for the sky. I settle my breathing and listen to the sounds of the desert. A gust of wind stirring the dry air, the crackly yelp of a coyote, the whimsical horns and hypnotic guitar strums of faint ska. Wait. No.
Time to pick it up?
Now I really am disgusted. I am in no mood to pick it up. Squinting at the horizon, I catch a glimpse of an unmoving light. It's faint and alone, but it's definitely there. Pressured by some kind of masochism harbored deep within me, I follow the light. The closer I get, the more I know I should turn back, but my fears are proven to be right as I approach the sound. A black motorhome with stripes just as hideous as the music blasting from it. Wow, rude! With every screech of a trumpet, my ears bleed a little more. Every time the guitar plays that stupid, unchanging rhythm, I die inside. The worst part is something I've never been subjected to before. Singing. If you can call it that. Not from the song, but from a familiar brain-piercing wail masking over it. It's awful, like a dying siren trying to reel in one last sailor. Covering my ears doesn't help. I can only wince in agony as it reaches a high note, probably killing any wildlife in the general area. Someone needs to stop this. I march to the door, wondering why I'm even going to bother. After everything she's pulled, why should I when I could just go about my life? But then she reaches the chorus. Yeah, that's why. I give the door 3 solid bangs. The singing stops.
Ha! I knew you numbskulls couldn't live without me.
Oh, god damn it. Mariah swings the door open. She's flushed, dangling a glass bottle from her hand, only to be silenced to a single sniff upon seeing me. You suck at treasure hunting and sing. Go figure. She slams the door on my face. I knock again. It's delayed, but she reopens the door, her head cautiously peeking halfway out.
You've taken everything from me. What else could you possibly want?
Your soul.
Give me the treasure and you got a deal. I'll throw in the slackers too.
That's probably not going to happen. She leans out the door, nearly stumbling over as she peers from side to side.
Where's your better half?
I look down. How do I even answer that? Mariah growls and limps towards her refrigerator.
Come in.
May as well. No one's waiting for me anymore, and yelling at Mariah is as good as of a distraction as any. I climb in. My nose is instantly assaulted with the smell of rancid beer and whiskey and vodka. There might even be traces of a skunk? No. You're thinking of skanking. Common misconception.
Indeed.
I decide to breathe through my mouth. The couch and the cot are both empty. No lackeys to feed into Mariah's delusions tonight. Where are the other 2? Head into the depths of her fridge, Mariah only snorts.
Tess wanted to see some stupid walk of fame, so Joe took her.
Palm Springs has a walk of fame?
According to the squirt.
She leans back out of the fridge.
How old are you?
19. Why?
Close enough. Drink.
With a loose throw that I actually that I actually have to dive for, she tosses me a bottle. Yeet! The print is in Spanish, carved into the thick glass just above the label. I try pronouncing it, but it comes out sounding depressingly American.
You should be worshipping me. That's the good stuff.
I'm ecstatic. I think she's too far gone to notice the flatness in my voice. Even if she did, I doubt she'd care, with something resembling happiness on her face as she cradles half a dozen or so bottles to the couch. You gonna drink all that? Haven't you had enough?
Go die. You stole my equipment and my treasure. I'm not letting you steal my 40 ounces to freedom.
You stole her car! What? The 2 are not the same! I shrug and flop down beside her. Mariah drunkenly reaches for the remote, misses it twice, then switches off the music and hurls the remote across the room. I love Amber's, I love both of them. Neither of them are happy to be here. Finally, thank you. I hate ska. Mariah snarls at me like a toothless piranha.
It's reggae, you uncultured brat.
She slumps back down.
The ska's okay too.
Uncultured? You were the one who wanted to blow up Ship Rock.
It was a suggestion. A suggestion. I don't have nearly enough TNT for that.
The fact that you even have it is what bothers me.
Whatever. At least I know what I listen to is good, unlike whatever you're into.
Oh, I can assure you what I listen to is better than ska.
Reggae.
Jazz fusion, new age, world music, all better than your circus noise.
You actually like that hippy-dippy crap? What Volkswagen did you fall out of?
The one that hit your mother when she was pregnant with you, apparently. We both click our tongues. Without looking, she pops my cap with a bottle opener, then hers. Giving a half-assed clink of our bottles, we take a swig. Oh, the best kind of relationship. The one where you yell at each other, then drink.
Oh, God, don't clip that out of context.
What? Oh, no. I love you.
I love you, too.
The swampy drink trails down my throat, setting my chest on fire. My experience with alcohol is really limited. Gramps doesn't keep a lot of booze around, and when he did, it was always mead or wine. That's quite a taste.
Yeah?
Mead and wine. Like, nothing else. Just, those are the only 2. All right. I color me impressed. I only snuck out some out a few times for special dates.
Gotta say, you're a lot less bearable without the dits holding you on a leash.
Shut up. She barely held the flame to the fuse, but that single word is enough to make something inside of me go off. You talk about her that way. She's kind of more caring person than you'll ever be. Mariah scrunches her nose like my outburst didn't make any sense to her dumb, drunk face.
That's not a very high bar.
She's not wrong, but shouldn't she have at least tried defending herself? I groaned and let my blood simmer down, but not before spitting out one more shot of venom. Whatever, it's not like you're any better. You're a mess without the other two keeping you in check.
Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm the one keeping them in check. They'd be dead by now if it weren't for me.
Sure, Mariah. I pinch the bridge of my nose and shake my head with a short laugh. Whether or not I choose to accept that Mariah exists in my reality, she's at least something familiar. Comforting probably isn't the right word for it, but she's someone to talk to. Why are you here anyway?
Who even knows?
It feels like you were summoned here by some cosmic need for this particular scene to happen. Do you ever feel like you get pulled around by the strings of fate to go to, like, from one vantage point to the next?
Every day.
Yeah, me too.
Joe mentioned something about a music orgy thing.
Music orgy? You mean the festival?
Yeah, that.
Huh, you went along with it? I guess that makes sense. You guys are a thing, right? Building up from a bunch of snorts, Mariah bursts out laughing.
Me and that slacker wouldn't be a thing if the planets collided, wiping out everything, formed a megaplanet, and we had to repopulate.
Why do I get the feeling that this exact scenario has played out in her journal multiple times?
Besides, there's more important things to focus on. Or at least...
She looks at the drawer again, then glares at me.
There were.
I hide the temptation to laugh in her face and take another gulp. So nothing, huh? You grow up with someone and don't feel the tiniest thing for them?
Huh?
She takes another swig, but this time just gives the wall a dry, blank stare.
If he's still single in 10 years, maybe I'll marry him out of pity.
I bet she'd marry the treasure in a heartbeat, though. Probably do more than just marry it.
Oh, yeah. What about you and the Dits? Aren't you two going to the music orgy together?
Her eyes narrow.
I'll kill you if that's what you're using my treasure for, by the way.
I don't answer, looking at my now near-empty bottle instead.
What, you two have a fight?
Something like that.
I bet it was because of the gold. No honor among thieves, I tell ya.
No, nothing like that. It's hard to explain.
Well, I don't really care, but go ahead and moan if you want. It's not any different than what you usually do.
I look at Mariah. She doesn't seem particularly interested in downing more beers than anything. She's a maniac that has always been and still is abundantly clear. She probably would tear apart the entire Southwest if left unattended. Hell, maybe even the entire nation. She's no Joe. No way she could hold up an actual conversation. No way she could accidentally offer some good advice. No way she feels any sympathy. Still, I feel like I can vent to her. Oh no! You're red? You can't vent? That's pretty darn sus, Amber. Not trust her. Not after all the RV chases and games of blackjack, but vent. She doesn't care, but maybe that's what makes it so appealing. I stay silent and stare at the ceiling, mulling over everything that's happened, searching for the right words I can't even give to Marina.
Not that I don't care. Not that I'm willing to wait all night so you can steal my time, too.
Just give me a minute. I'm not really used to this. Taking a deep breath, I look past Mariah, unwilling to let her see my shame. The single shred of pride I have left snaps, and I let all the weakness come fumbling out. I met Marina a little after my grandpa died. He was... My chest tightens. He was my best friend. My parents didn't want me, but he did. He raised me in that motorhome. He didn't have to, but he took care of me anyway. Mariah sips at her beer, listening in silence. No smarmy remarks or deluded rambling. So when I was a kid, I decided I was going to take care of him too. Gratitude, you know? Gratitude for a lot of things. His love, his acceptance, the music. I stifle a laugh. God, the music. The goof could sprout random trivia about the weirdest music bands you've never even heard of, but I loved it, and I loved him. It sounds dumb, a little girl feeling responsible for some full-grown geezer. I didn't care, though. I wanted to prove how much he meant to me, and that's how it worked for the longest time. But then he got sick. I funnel down the beer and search for another one. Mariah shoves her hand in front of me and pops up off the cap, right as the next cycle of heartbreak starts closing in. I whisk back the bottle and force it down. Soapy foam rushes to the top and spills over as I pull it back. Mariah only shrugs. That festival? He was the one who bought those tickets. It was going to be our trip. That didn't happen. I failed at my job, but I could at least take the trip for him and try to make up for it. And then I met Marina. A smile slips onto my face. Despite everything, even just saying her name makes me feel cheerful. She really was cute and needed a ride, not to mention oblivious. Maybe it was just instinct, but I wasn't going to let someone so innocent fend for themselves in the desert. I didn't plan on sticking around for long, but when we found the first part of the treasure, I don't know. I told myself I was going to stick with her because I had to pay off Gramps' hospital bills and funeral. But the truth is, I stuck with her because I felt like it was a second chance. I could do some good, help and protect someone who really needed it. And the closer I got with Marina, the more I felt like she was my responsibility. But even more than that, when I was with her, my voice cracks, trembling under the weight of my words. I was happy. It was like Gramps was never even gone. And then I remembered that he was, and I completely shut down. Maria tried comforting me, but I just took advantage of her. When I woke up, I realized that's what I've been doing this entire time. I was never protecting her. I was just using her to cope with Gramps. So I bought her a ticket home. She yelled and cried, but I did it anyway. I didn't just fail Gramps. I made this trip about me, and I hurt Marina. I don't deserve to be happy, and I don't deserve her. Soaking in the silence, I blink away an annoying, watery speck in my eye and fight back a few sniffles.
You done?
Yeah. Mariah polishes off the rest of her drink and slams it down, rattling the other empty bottles on the table. Smacking her lips, she stretches her neck. Each bone cracks one after the other, sounding off in a delayed trail. Then she turns to me and speaks.
You're a dumbass.
I pause. Pardon me?
You heard me.
Mariah launches herself at me. I wince as the breath streaks out. The smell was bad before, but now it's like she's rinsed her mouth with whiskey.
God, you pissed me off.
A growl emerges from deep within her throat as she looks me over. Then, as if acting on simple instinctive desire, she delivers a stiff smack to the back of my head. For a split second, everything is fuzzy white. The infuriating image of a snarling Mariah greets me as my vision fades back, partnered with an even more infuriating throbbing. Ow! What the hell? Why are you hitting me? I just spilled my guts out to your jerk.
Shut up. I'm talking now.
Mariah stumbles off the couch, gripping the table for support. Her face is darkened by several shades of red since I've gotten here.
Listen here, thief. Dead is dead is dead. Your dear old granddad ain't crying up in heaven because you decided to do some broad in the back of his RV.
Her words burn right to their fiery core. I can't believe I ever thought I could count on Mariah. Where do you even get off saying...
I said shut up. Get over your snooze fest of a sob story. You got the girl and you got my treasure. But no, you can't be happy because of some stupid, phony sense of obligation.
Did you see her do the little sway back and forth?
Yeah. That's another thing.
Her voice gets louder as her words get sloppier, slipping and sliding over each other. I couldn't get a word in even if I tried. All I could do is listen stone-faced as the lashings keep on coming.
Who the hell do you think you are? What gives you the right to be some self-righteous guardian? You don't look after people because you have to prove yourself. You do it because...
She stops and scratches her head. I lean in, my breath frozen by anticipation as she tries to decode her own logic.
Because you just do, okay? I swear that annoying complex of yours is gonna smother you and everyone else.
Mariah grabs another bottle and swings it straight down on the sharp corner of the table. The cap somersaults through the air. By the time it lands, she's already chugged most of it. But I used her. That's right, obligations, second chances, complexes. None of that means anything, because it all said and done, I used Marina to make myself happy.
You call it using? Give me a break. I use those slackers all the time. That's using. And you know what? Who cares? That ditz used you to find the treasure, didn't she? Hell, if anything, you probably don't use her enough. I'd feel like a real jackass if some dumbass were coddling me all the time and all I could do is sit there. People use people all the time. That's what makes them family.
Mariah takes one last swig of her beer, then with a glint of sadness in her eyes, stares into the empty bottle.
So if you're gonna hate yourself, find a reason that doesn't suck.
Her face murks from red to a sickly green. The bottle falls from her hand onto the floor as she rocks side to side like a sailor that's lost their sea legs. Hey, you don't look so good. For a quick moment, Mariah's cheeks blowed out, then just as quickly, she swallows.
I'm fine. Just need to drink it off.
She wobbles back to the couch and collapses next to me. Neither of us speak. Mariah groans, holding her stomach as she feels around for the bottle opener. Look at the pile of empty bottles building up on the table. What happened to not caring?
I don't. I just prefer my treasure not being in the filthy hands of an idiot.
Did I just get chewed out by Mariah? Even worse, did some of it actually make sense, or is that just the booze? Unable to spare the energy to lean forward, she stretches her arm way out for another beer, but I catch it just in time to grab a hold of her hand. You need to quit. I've had way too much.
Eat me.
She slaps my hand away and snags 2 more beers, shoving one of them into my stomach.
You're an idiot. But whether or not you want to keep being one is up to you.
I don't know. I need to think about it. Mariah rolls her eyes.
Dumbass.
Nothing she says burns anymore. Now it only stings with the acidity of truth. Getting over it, letting Marina in, really letting her in. It's just not that easy. It's never been that easy, but if I don't... Putting my hand on my thigh, I squeeze the outline of the cassette. Mariah raises out her beer and grunts. Sighing, I raise up mine and we clank them together. Jerk ass. Massaging the drunk away, I nurse my head as it pounds in the rhythm of my heartbeat. The table's become a stockpile of empty promises and broken dreams, foundation beneath even emptier bottles. Mariah is still at my side, slumped over and passed out. She might be a super heavyweight, but I decided to stick around to keep an eye on her. Soon, Joe and Tess will be back and they can take care of the rest. I watch the slight movements of her chest as she breathes in and out. Seeing her so quiet is eerie. It's hard to believe there's still a person underneath all that yelling and obsessiveness, but there she is. People use other people all the time. That's what makes them family. It sounds gross and awful, but those words have been echoing inside me since she said them. I used Marina to cope, there's no denying that, but Mariah said that Marina used me to find the treasure. That's true, then why don't I feel used? Why did I always feel genuinely wanted by her? She relied on me. Is that using? That's all I ever wanted her to feel like she could do. Her trust was the most important thing to me. But no matter how much I wanted it, I knew I didn't deserve it. Because I felt like I was betraying Gramps and would just drag her down with me. What about her, though? Marina was furious when I left, but she wanted to understand. She wanted to help. I wanted her to rely on me, but maybe she wanted me to rely on her, too? Reaching into my pocket, I pull out the cassette and hold it in the palm of my hand. The sight of the ribbon all torn and tangled doesn't choke me up or ignite a bitter explosion of anger like earlier. All it does is serve as a numbing reminder of all my regrets. Her wording was off, but Mariah is right. I never let myself rely on Marina. From the very start, I always treated her like a kid and never as an equal. No wonder she got upset. She wanted to do as much for me as I was doing for her, but I would never let her in long enough for that to happen. Of course she wouldn't say no if I made a move. It was the only opportunity she had. If I go back as I am now, things will never get better. I'll just keep treating Marina like a kid, never letting her in, and she'll just smile and bear it until she explodes like earlier. I know what I have to do, and yet it feels more like a betrayal thing than anything else I've done this far. But if I don't do it, then I can never truly hope to do right by Marina. I staggered my feet. Turning around to take one last look at Mariah before deciding to take off her bandana and lay her out on her side. In another life, maybe you would have been my type. Then I walk to the door, take a breath, and step outside. Good job putting her on her side. The night sky is deep and clear, embedded with a rich blue draped behind the glow of the constellations. Its light is all that guides me as I sludge my way through the thickness of the sand, wandering from Mariah's RV with a destination of nowhere. Finally, I've gone far enough. The haze of the city lights can't be seen, and where the distance of the motorhome can't be gauged. I'm alone. For the first time, I'm truly alone. Free from the treasure, free from the festival, free from the responsibility, free from even Marina. Sitting down, I sink into the sand and look at the stars. Remember that time in Wyoming when we camped out on the Great Plains? The whole sleeping under the stars thing seemed like the coolest idea ever to little me. You were so excited to teach me about the constellations. It didn't matter that you sucked at astronomy, you just kept mislabeling them. Make sure to read up on them later, by the way. That was the Big Dipper, not Howe's guitar. Oh, a Yes fan. But that's okay. I still got a kick out of it. Besides, that's not the type of thing I expected to learn from you anyway. What I really remember is that trip was the s'mores. Pretty sure you only liked them burned because you were so old. Really stuck with me, though. Can't have s'mores any other way now. I think I may have converted someone else to the burned side, too. She has a huge sweet tooth, though, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Still, it made me really happy when she said she liked it. I stare down and pet the cassette, feeling my thumbs over its holes and brown blotches and stains. I think you'd like her a lot. She's a sweetheart, always cheery and nice, and even when she really shouldn't be. Don't know how she does it, but she can somehow deal with me and my moods. It's her first time ever leaving home, and it shows. I worry about her a lot. Kind of like how I worried about you. Kind of like how I still do. A tear drips onto the cassette. I didn't even notice it trail down my cheek or the rest. Maybe I got attached too easily and really did use her, but I don't want to leave. I love her so much. And I want to prove I'm worth loving, too. Would you hate me? Would I be letting you down if I decided to be happy instead? I gaze back up at the sky through my blurry vision. The stars don't answer back, they just keep twinkling. I lower my head. The cassette feels like lifeless, dead weight in my palm. My breath shakes and the next words slip out in a whimper. I'm sorry. I dig my fingers into the ground, scraping away the sand as sharp grains nudge between my nails. A shallow hole forms, a pile of dirt laying next to it. I can barely stomach looking at the cassette as I lay it down in its grave. I glance away as I slide the dirt back over the hole. When I look back, a corner still sticks out, only partially buried. It's reaching out, grasping for me. I cover my eyes and pinch away the tears. It's still there. It will always be there. But now I don't have to acknowledge it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Having a normal one, Amber?
Yeah.
Fade to black, huh? Oh. Drenched in sweat, I gasp to life and hack the sand out of my mouth. Memories from the night before start flooding back as I choke down a lump in my throat. The desert, the tape, the stars. Marina! My head snaps to the sky. The sun is already a quarter of the way done with its cycle. Soon, if it already hasn't, the taxi will pick up Marina and I will never see her again. All because I couldn't let myself trust her. Damn it! I slammed my fists down, kicking up a pitiful plume of sand. Even if I ran, I'd never be able to make it in time. If only I had the motorhome. Wait. Mariah! There's a chance they might still be camped out nearby. Wiping the tears from my eyes, I spring to my feet and sprint in the direction of their motorhome, leaving the half-buried cassette behind me. Please still be there, please still be there. Sure enough, it's right where it was last night. I run up and pound on the door, knocking harder and louder until someone answers. Looking up with wide eyes, Tess opens the door and stares at me. Tess! Is Mariah here? Amber! Joe slinks off the couch and joins Tess at the door. Sheesh, you're a wreck. Everything okay? Quick! The time! The time! What time is it? He looks at the invisible watch on his wrist, then switches between the walls before Tess digs around in her shorts and hands him a chained pocket watch. 10 o'clock, barely. He turns to Tess. Why'd you start carrying this around?
Why the hell's it so friggin' loud? Yeet.
A bottle comes hurtling towards Joe, but he ducks at the last second, letting it shatter across the wall. Oh yeah, she smashed the last one. 15 minutes, there's still time. Well, slow down a sec. Time for what? I know this is short notice, but I need a ride. Ride now?
I said shut the hell up.
Another bottle comes flying towards him, but this time Tess hops and snatches it out of the air. He looks across the room, then back to me. That's probably not the best time.
Sis's hangovers are lethal.
No, we need to leave now.
Do you not remember what I said I'd do with the jumper cables the next time you...
Nursing her forehead and lifting up another bottle, Mariah stomps over her, only to freeze when she sees me. Mariah, I need a ride. Please, you were right. I made a big mistake, and if I'm not back at our hotel in 15 minutes, I will never see Marina again. The motorhome falls silent, and all eyes fall on Mariah. Her face is blank, unreadable compared to all the crazy-looking scowls she usually wears. Finally, she speaks. Too bad, so sad.
All right, let her in.
Oh,
Let's go.
Okay. I'm really sorry, but you know how she... Wait. For real? Mariah closes her eyes and takes a deep, long breath.
Before I change my mind.
Worm. Joe and Tess shoot each other surprised glances, then shrug. What do you know? Miracles really do happen.
The desert heat has thawed her icy heart.
I like you, Tess.
Yeah, just shut up and get ready.
I hop in. The other two scurry around and batten down the hatches, strapping shut all the cupboards and shelves. Grabbing her bandana, Mariah ties it around her head while I shuffle around and try to spit out a thank you. So, I should probably... We're all set. Take the wheel. Joe has passed us with the keys, but Mariah trips him and snags them from his hand. Ah!
No way. You drive like an old man. I'll drive.
No, I drive like a normal person. You drive like a maniac. Besides, you're hungover.
It'll be fine. Come on.
They both dart over to the front seats of the as the RV roars to life.
Tess, hair the dog.
Tess nods and runs to the fridge, grabbing a bottle that looks like a lot like the ones from last night, except this one has a picture of the devil on it. She tosses it over to her sister, who showcases the same catching talent as her.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Slamming the bottle in the cup holder, Mariah sticks her head out the window and backs up the motorhome. Joe shakes his head, replacing the devil's brew with a nearby water bottle while she isn't looking. Gonna hang on tight, by the way. Huh? Why? You thought we were done with this, CG. My question is immediately answered as I'm flung against the couch. Tessa's small frame crashes into me.
It doesn't hurt as much if you relax your muscles.
The RV Hey, Joe. The RV speeds forward. The license plate wind chimes dings in chaotic disunion as the bottles and cans roll across the floor, clanging together whenever they meet. Even the table is seesawing back and forth. I look at the window. Mariah flies onto the road, cutting off an entire lane of cars.
Oh,
man down, man down. The RV hits the ground and bounces. I manage to keep my head from bashing the cot above me, but Tess lets herself get tossed around, rolling across the floor with the trash.
where exactly am I going?
The hotel downtown. You'd have to be stupid to miss it. Remember who you're talking to here.
Hotel, you didn't spend any of my treasure on that, did you?
Mariah glares back at me, oblivious to everything else on the other side of the windshield. Might have used a nugget to bribe the manager.
What? I'll kill you.
Save the catfight for later. There are more important things to focus on right now. Right to the road.
The road will always be there, Joe. My treasure won't.
The treasure or our lives? I think everyone here already knows the answer to that one.
I had Tess do the math. This treasure is worth more than any of you.
Ah! A big rig comes speeding towards us, blasting its deafening horn. Watch out! At the last second, Mariah swerves back into her lane as the truck barrels past us. The motorhome hits a bump and bounces up again. Unprepared, poor Joe's head hits the ceiling, knocking the light from his eyes. If I squint hard enough, I can even see his soul drifting away from his body.
Sis, I think Joey's dead. About damn time. He was getting annoying.
Tess salutes her fallen comrade. Tess, can you play taps for us? Thank you. It's always the sane ones who die first. We've zoomed past the town's welcoming center. It's not far at all now. Tess, what time is it?
10:12.
I grip my teeth and glare out the window. Please still be there. Please still be there. Downtown comes into view with the strip of familiar stores and restaurants start forming. Mariah races down the street, ignoring all traffic lights and pedestrians as people leap out of the way and cars break into other lanes. We're almost there. Get ready. The hotel looms just up ahead. Through the windshield, I can see Marina holding onto a small suitcase as she prepares to step into the cab. I leap to the door and swing it open. Wind rushes through my hair. The motorhome is slowing down, but I don't care.
The hell are you doing? Wow,
Combat
badass.
roll! I launch myself onto the street, tumbling across the burning concrete as the road tears against my skin. Immediately, I spring back up and dart towards Marina. Mariah screeches to a halt in the middle of the street, blocking anyone from driving through. The three of them hop out, Joe clutching his head as he stumbles out the door.
Amber?
Before she can get another word, I grab her by the waist and throw my lips against hers. She pulls herself away and glares at me through her puffy red eyes. I plant my hands on her shoulders and steady myself as the tears stream down my face. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Marina freezes, then she slowly softens from a glare to a strain. I catch a lump building in her throat, too.
I thought you weren't coming back.
I know. I was such a bitch. I didn't mean any of it. I love you so much. I just didn't want to hurt you.
What? How could you ever hurt me?
I was scared. The tears don't stop. The crying gets louder. I was afraid I was using you because I didn't have Gramps anymore. I lost my family. I always wanted to help you, but I thought I might be the one who really needs help. Marina can't hold it back any longer and starts bawling in my arms, hugging me tight as she possibly can.
Dummy, I'm your new family. I don't care if you use me. I love you.
I love you too. This time we both move in for the kiss, the two blubbering idiots trying to prove just how much the other means. Not sure if it's her tears I'm tasting or mine, but I can still make out the soft sweetness of her lips regardless. Also, when did you dye your hair trans flag colors? It's funny. This entire time I thought I was the nucleus of it all, that I was the one helping her, using her. But as cheesy as it sounds, I think Marina has always been the one helping me from the very beginning. Through the kissing, I catch a glimpse of the trio, Joe covering Tess's eyes as he slips Mariah a bill. We managed to compose ourselves enough to pull each other away, but we never let go of the other's hand. Rolling her eyes, Mariah unties her bandana and tosses it to me.
You both look disgusting. Here.
Thanks. I wipe away as many of my tears as I can before passing it along to Marina, who blows into it like a trumpet. She sniffs, her nose red and tears still leaking out, then hands the drenched cloth back to Mariah, who gives it to Joe. He cringes as he dangles it from his fingers.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Thanks, you three. I mean it. Especially you, Mariah. For a moment, Mariah lowers her guard and almost smirks, then remembers it's just not her style.
Whatever, that doesn't make us cool or anything. I still despise you. It's true.
Yeah, she hates your guts. I wouldn't have it any other way. Marina giggles and I bring her in closer, then suddenly I remember something. Oh! I bend over and dig through Marina's suitcase, bringing out a single gold nugget and passing it to Mariah. Figured yours was getting lonely. Mariah stares at her hand, the other two gathering around her. How about that? You ended up getting the treasure after all, Mariah.
It seems bigger than the one we have.
Finally defeated, Mariah looks up and sighs.
I guess we can probably pawn it off somewhere.
She walks back to her motorhome, waving along the other two.
Come on, let's go.
I'll see you two ladies down the road.
God, I hope not.
Has anyone told them about the DLC yet? Tess looks back and forth and scurries over to Marina and gives a quick hug around her waist before following the other two. Aww.
Bye.
And with that, they speed off, leaving a trail of property damage behind them as they beep their loud-ass horn into the distance. Marina and I are left alone, the cab long gone. Wait, did you put your suitcase in the cab?
Oh, fuck.
Between small spurts of laughter, we thumb away each other's tears, just happy to be together again. Hey, let's go pick up the motorhome.
Yeah.
She sniffs one last time.
I'd like that.
Fading light from the sunset wakes me up. After reuniting, the first thing Marina and I did was take a nap. We slept in the same bed, both of us too tired to do anything more than gaze into each other's eyes as we drifted off. Gay! Now, hours later, we're still in the same spot. One of Marina's hands clings onto my shirt while she is pressed up against my side. Her breath, shallow and steady, is warm against my neck. I feel like I could stay here all day, or for a week, a year, whatever, just enjoying this closeness. Marina sighs in her sleep, shifting a little but not moving too far away. I watch her, a small smile dancing on my lips. No way we're going to be able to sleep tonight after taking naps this late. Could probably head out and get to the festival site a bit early. Beat the lines, get in, maybe end up closer to the stage. I'll see how she feels when she gets up. Gently, I extract myself from her grip and climb out of bed. To kill some time, I wander back to the take stock of our supplies. We're running low on bottled water, and could use some more snacks. The healthy kind, not the Marina selected tooth-rotting kind. Also, we need to stop by a laundromat sometime soon. Hell, we could probably go to a clothing store, pick up some few changes of clothes for Marina, since we're going to be sticking together and all. The thought makes me smile so happy that I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I don't have to be lonely anymore. I can make these plans for two. When I walk back by the bed, still being careful not to disturb Marina, I notice something weird. It's gotten brighter outside. No way. It dawns on me quite literally. We didn't just sleep through the day. We slept all the way through the night and into the next morning. Marina! I shout her name as I lunge across the bed to shake her shoulder. Despite my frenzy, she opens her eyes up lazily.
Amber?
Yeah, that's me.
What's wrong?
We slept way too late. We're going to get going fast. The festival's starting in just a few hours. Marina pats my head like I'm a naive kid.
Amber, it's okay. That's not until tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. We slept all night. Now her eyes get a bit bigger, and right on time, the sunlight falls across her face.
Huh?
Yeah. I move back, letting her sit up. We've got to go, or else we'd be standing in line all day. She smooshes her fist into her eyes and rolls out of bed.
I'm up. Can you make some coffee, please?
No
with milk and sugar. Hold the coffee.
Okay. Gonna get ready.
Gonna get ready. Gee, I sounded like you for a moment there.
Yeah, that happens when you turn gay.
Oh, okay.
I nod. Marina Zombie shuffles off to the bathroom to brush her teeth and fix her hair. I set about preparing. Soon the warm smell of brewing coffee fills the air, as does the sound of running water. Both Marina and the coffee finish around the same time. Marina skips over to where I am and leans into my shoulder while I wrap an arm around her.
Sorry, I shouldn't hold us up, huh?
Nah, this is okay. Just for a moment. Then I pull away and grab a pair of mugs, passing one to Marina. I fill mine up with steaming black coffee, then hand her the creamer and sugar. But Marina shakes her head.
I'll try it how you drink it.
Eyebrows raised, I pour her a cup. You sure? It's a super acquired taste. You have to do super acquisition to get it. Marina takes a sip and scrunches up her face in disgust.
It's good.
I think you're lying. Uh-huh.
No, really.
She chokes on her next sip. You don't have to drink it black just because I do, you know.
You said it's an acquired taste, though, right? So I want to acquire that taste.
Right. By the time I finish my first cup, she's only had a quarter of hers. She gets halfway through before she gives up and dumps in some sugar.
Now we're talking. I'll acquire it later.
Of course. While she preps her coffee, I go over to the cabinet where we stash the gold. Aside from those, there's one other small, brightly decorated box. I take it out and set it on the counter. Marina instantly hops over. Yay, boxes!
I love boxes.
I thought you were afraid of boxes.
That too.
Didn't we establish earlier that you were afraid of boxes? I thought you were afraid of geometry, bro.
I'm sorry, I don't have stable preferences. It's pretty hard being me.
I imagine so.
Oh, what's that?
Inside are 2 wristbands made of soft fabric. There are entrance passes to the festival. I pass one to Marina. Hers. Gramps'. The tenderness with which she takes it reminds me of when we first held the gold. Like, if it fell, it would break. Make sure you don't lose it, or you'll have to wait in the RV while I go watch.
You wouldn't.
I think about it for a second. Then I answer, truthfully. Okay, you're right. But still. There's a little tag that hangs off the wristband, and Marina pulls to tighten it. Then she leans over and kisses my cheek.
I won't.
I slide mine on and tighten it as well, putting the box back in its safe spot. There's a lump in my throat over how it was always supposed to be me and Gramps who went. Marina touches my hand, and she smiles. I smile back. This is just as good, though. I swallow my sadness before it can take over and lead the way up to the front of the RV. You ready?
Hell yeah.
Let's get the show on the road, then.
Let's go mosh.
What? The motorhome grumbles as I turn the key, but the engine catches. I wait a second to see if it's going to die, but it doesn't. Through the whole thing, it shakes a little more than I'm used to. Slowly, I navigate out of the parking lot and back onto the main streets. It may be early, but there are lots of people out and about. Traffic is thick with a lot of people probably going to the festival. See, this is why I wanted to leave early. It's normally only a half-hour drive, but this is crazy.
Think we're all going to the same place?
Maybe, at least a few. Marina laughs. What?
I just think it's kind of funny that this has happened the whole time with the treasure and stuff. Everywhere we go, it's like traffic jam after traffic jam.
I mean, they had to have a reason to keep reusing these RV
jam.
CGs. You love jam?
Yeah.
Pearl Jam?
They're fine.
What, you don't like Jeremy? It's a classic. Have you heard their album Versus? It's a seminal work of grunge musicianship. Hold on, I'm going to play Rearviewmirror for you. It'll change your mind. You'll come around.
I see.
Yeah, you're right. Should be better after this, though.
Yeah, it will be.
We creep along until we reach a totaled car. Doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but it's the reason traffic is so slow. Once we get past, I can finally openly accelerate. The new and improved engine pulls its weight. Everything is much smoother and quieter. Soon the city of Indio comes into view. Super close to the California and Arizona border, the festival is held just a few miles east of town. As we get closer and closer, our anticipation builds. It's easy to read Marina since she's bouncing and fidgeting in her seat. How do you bounce when you're seatbelted down?
I know, right?
I'm more composed, but I feel it too. We glance at each other at the exact same time and grin. I've been doing that a lot lately. The last huge line of trees that border the festival grounds stands just ahead. Take the exit and join yet another long line of cars heading for the parking area and campground. Guests carrying coolers, chairs, and camping supplies crowd the edges of the unpaved roads, making us slow down. Finally, we find a spot and I kill the engine. Marina looks at me, waiting for me to say something. But I'm all out of cutesy speeches, so I just grab her hands and we both stand up. Let's go. Yeah! Woo!
Festival
time! Yeah! Why is there a Ferris wheel out here? Woo! The air seems to... I mean, like, you want to convey that you're at like you're at a festival or fairground or something. Put a fucking Ferris wheel in the background.
I guess.
Even if it doesn't make sense for the location.
I see.
The air seems to crackle with electric anticipation. It's on people's faces and in the way that they move, the energy like a wave that flows over them. We all share a feeling of excitement and of unity. Every single person here has been waiting for months for this day to arrive, and it's finally here. High tents and portable stages dominate the space around us. Between those and the trees and most of all the noise, you'd never guess that there's a city and a highway just a couple miles away. Drum beats and muted chords float by as musicians do a few last-minute sound checks. They're barely audible over the sound of thousands of chattering voices. Folks of all different shapes, sizes, and colors mill around us. It's like social boundaries have been eroded. I think that's the sentiment Gramps would like. Idly, I use my thumb to trace a heart into Marina's palm. She squeezes back, probably unaware of what the shape was, but understanding all the same. Alright, now try this one. What shape was that one? Two little bulbs, a long...
Wow.
Did you figure it out? What is it? What is it? Tell me, what is it?
It's a mystery.
Okay.
So, where do we go now?
Now we go stand in line while they check wristbands and let people onto the grounds. It's gonna be a while.
One more traffic jam, huh?
That's right, one more. Even if I hadn't been mapping the grounds in my head, it'd be impossible to get lost. Bored-looking staff are positioned every few yards, holding signs with arrows and directions. Like molasses, the throng of people that we've joined oozes down the trail. We all hold each other back, the sheer numbers making for slow going. Nearly 100,000 people attend each year.
What time does the show start?
First bands are at like 11, but the ones we want to see are later in the evening.
What time is it now?
Use my free hand to shield my eyes as I stare up at the sky. Maybe 10:30?
You didn't seriously just use the sun to tell time, did you?
What, you can't?
Not all of us were born in the wilderness, Amber.
Hi, neither was I. I just was raised in it. Besides, I checked the time before we got out.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Or did I? You'll just never know. I'll have to show you how to use a sundial sometime, though. It's pretty handy if you're ever lost in the woods somewhere.
Right, because knowing the time would definitely be what I'm thinking about then.
You should be. You'll want to know how long before it gets dark and cold so you can find shelter.
I'll just ask you to do that.
What if I'm not with you?
Why wouldn't you be?
I kiss her right then and there. Ah! Did you see her?
Yeah.
Oh! The smooch made her happy. After the past few days, I was a little worried that things would be awkward. Silences and trailing off sentences. But no, it's like we never fought, never argued, like I never blew up at her. That may be my favorite thing about Marina. There's a growing list of those. She really thinks I can do no wrong. I don't know what I did to deserve her, or even if I do, but I'm pretty dang happy with how it all turned out. The line speeds up once we actually hit the festival entrance and are rushed through the gate. A pair of attendants pat us down. Since we're not carrying any drugs or weapons, we're waved on through. You're not carrying any drugs or weapons, right, Marina?
Let's go with no, I'm not.
Marina, do you have a butterfly knife on you? That's illegal in several states.
My body is a weapon.
What? Explain.
No.
Like, you know, martial arts? Or is this like a Wolverine scenario? Are you River Tam? You have to tell me if you're River Tam. Passing underneath a broad opening display, we have officially arrived. Marina spins towards me, bouncing on her heels.
We made it.
Despite your directions. It's been a long journey. I think of everything we've done and all the places we've been, the people we've met, and how all of those led us to this. I smile as I reach for her hand yet again, meeting it halfway since she went for mine too. Food?
Food.
I haven't had a good meal in over a day now that I think about it. Once I do, I can't stop thinking about it. I lead the way to the food court, which is just a bunch of trucks and tents arranged in an aisle. Everything for sale is greasy but delicious, the kind of food that'll stop your heart but heal your soul. We pause at the closest truck to us and read the menu.
Amber.
Marina?
Is that like a typo or something? It says they have deep fried candy bars.
Nah, those are really popular at fairs and festivals. She gives me, I know that you're making this up, look like that she's perfected.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm actually dead serious. Candy bars, pickles, snack cakes. You can get almost anything deep fried at places like this.
Ever had one?
No, that's way too much even for me. The thought alone makes me kind of queasy. So much grease. Order up. To highlight my point, the guy running the fryer pulls out a crispy-looking blob. It's impossible to tell because of the batter. After wiping up some of the oil, which doesn't seem to change much, he wraps it in wax paper and hands it to the person waiting by the window. He bites into it with a look of pleasure, though I still can't tell what he's eating. Want something? Vaguely green, Marina shakes her head.
Pass.
Not much farther down the line, we find a regular pizza stand and order a couple of slices. We stand a little out of the way while we eat, trying to keep the toppings from all sliding onto our rapidly deteriorating plates. When we're done, I drag a napkin across my face. It comes away orange with grease.
Missed a spot.
She leans over and wipes a dry spot above my upper lip, then kisses it. Wait, hold on. I think I missed it. Show me where again. This time she doesn't dab before leaning in to kiss me. I can taste the pizza on her breath. Or maybe it's mine. We part again. We're both smiling.
You should check the sun. What time is it?
I make a big show of looking up at the sky, then back down and pretending to think hard. I'd say it's time for us to get a watch.
That is literally a joke that my dad makes. His dad probably said it, and it was probably old then. No, just no.
Ouch, tough crowd. I'm hurt. Really, though, it's probably just a little bit past noon. We've still got a long time.
Want to go check out some of the other bands?
No.
I see.
Yeah, sure. Who's playing? I pull up the schedule we got by the entrance and pass it to her. I don't really know any of these groups. Let me know if there's someone you want to see. Marina skims over the list of names before she squeals.
Oh my god, yes, them. I want to see them.
She points out someone who's about to set up on the main stage. All right, that should be this way. Literally bouncing with excitement, I lead her through the crowds. What kind of music are they? I have to shout now because the music is so much louder over here. Marina presses close to me to respond.
They're rappers, 2 of them. Their new album got super popular. And like, they're even doing this version of it where all the instruments are cats.
Right. Not really into rap, but whatever. It's not like we got anywhere else to be yet. And I'm pretty sure Marina still isn't super into weird old people jam bands. Oh my god, Amber listens to Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
And probably Fish.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of, Government Mule, probably.
Mo.
What's the one that starts with a U? Is Uriah Heep a jam band? I feel like they are.
I thought that was a prog thing.
Yeah, I think they're both. Anyway. Amber can absolutely tell you the most frequently played Dave Matthews Band songs. We get to the stage right as the set ends. Because there's a lot of people leaving, it's a bit like swimming upstream, but we managed to make it close to the stage. How are you liking it so far?
Which part?
All of it!
It's kind of crazy, but It's fun. I like seeing all the different people.
Yeah, you do get all types. Bass booms from a speaker close to us. It's just playing a pre-recorded medley, but Marina sings along to a few of the songs. A little while later, the two rappers come out on stage and everyone cheers. I turn around surprised at how big the crowd's gotten again. And I look back at Marina. She's not paying any attention to me, just grinning up at the stage. 40 minutes later, the pair leaves the stage to thunderous applause and cheers. Even I clapped for them. They were pretty good. How'd you like it?
They were so good. So good. Like, whoa, if I'd known they were playing today, I would have been more excited for this. They're one of my favorite bands in the world.
Did you just not look at the lineup or something?
I guess not. I kind of thought all the bands would be like what you listened to.
Oof. I burst out laughing. I don't think they could sell at a festival like that. Not to this many people, at least.
That's where Amber's wrong.
But it's fine. I like getting to hear new stuff, too.
They could absolutely sell out a festival.
God, okay. You get, what, 5 bands to do a lineup?
Mm-hmm.
For what would your dream lineup be?
What?
You get 5 bands to do like a lineup at a festival or something.
I have to do a festival lineup. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough off the top of my head.
I can already think of like 4 of the ones in mind. I'm trying to keep it like sonically similar too. Hear me out.
Yeah?
I'd love to see opening act, Baroness.
Yeah?
All right. Follow them up with Mastodon. Meshuggah's in the middle. I don't know who goes in the 4th slot, but the 5th slot is Opeth. Opeth closes it.
I'm thinking...
Maybe Disillusion? But nobody knows who they are anymore.
Are we looking for bands that still exist?
No, dream big.
Okay. Dream big makes it easier. Gang of 4, Wire, Bauhaus, New Order, Sonic Youth. There we go.
It's all right. I know none of those bands, but all right. So that's how we spend the next few hours, going from stage to stage to watch bands I've never heard of. Sometimes they're like groups Marina likes, and sometimes they just have a weird name. Around the time the sun starts to go down, we head back to the east stage where we'll see our last show of the day. Marina's in the lead this time. We've gone between the stages so many times that we have a good feel for how to get around. We find a spot under a little grassy slope and sit down.
Are you sure? Won't it be hard to see?
Nah, we've got a good view from here. Plus, it seems like it'll be a small crowd. Of course, the small crowd still means thousands of people here. It's just small compared to some of the other acts. Marina bumps my shoulder.
Excited?
Nah, they suck. Bit of an understatement. Up on stage, there are banners and a giant cloth backdrop that hang from a bar. They're decorated with a familiar black logo that I could draw in my sleep. The breeze causes it to shake and sway like it's as excited as I am. We're pretty severe outliers when it comes to the average age of this crowd. The rows of people in front of us are represented by smattering of bald spots and bandanas. I'm about to make a joke of it to Marina when the band comes on stage and any words are lost in the deafening roar of applause. Beside me, Marina's voice joins the thousands whooping and yelling. Usually I'm way too self-conscious for this sort of thing, but what the hell, I'll cheer too. With just a wave and not a word of introduction, they launch into the first song. It was the opening track on their second album, back from before I was born. They've been playing this one longer than I've been alive. It's a great song, though. They're all great songs. The whole set is magical. They go from one song to another without stopping in between. If you didn't know the music, you'd probably think it was all just one super long track. My God, Amber listens to prog. Shit. No wonder she was talking about Steve Howe. Even though it spans a few decades worth of albums, everything flows seamlessly like it was meant to be heard this way. At some point I close my eyes, though I don't notice myself doing it. I'm lost, but in the good way, with Marina beside me gently swaying. There's not a single sad thought in my head. For 40 minutes, everything in the world seems right. I marvel at the odds that my life could turn around entirely in such a short amount of time. Countless cups of coffee and gas station snack packs, 3 boxes of gold, 5 states, 3 weeks of dusty desert roads. That's what it took to get us here. All that in one faulty fuel gauge. I open my eyes and look at Marina. To my surprise, she's looking right back at me. She scoots a little bit closer and leans against me, her head on my shoulder. I put my head on hers, and together we rock in time to the music. Then it stops. Everyone cheers again. And the frontman holds up a finger. It's the first break there's been this whole set.
One more song.
One more song. We've got one more song for you to play tonight before we return. Then he plays those guitar strums I had come to know so well. The ones that I was both dreading and looking forward to the most. The most familiar intro in the world to me, and of course it's their swan song. Gramps and my favorite. I could feel Marina's worried gaze, wondering, like always, if I'm about to break down and cry. But this time I meet her look, and I smile as I press my lips against hers. And with the girl I love, seeing my favorite band live as they perform my favorite song, what is there not to smile about? Somewhere, I hope that Gramps is smiling too. If there's an afterlife, I hope they get free tickets to the festival. A single bittersweet tear leaks out of my eye, rolling down my face and onto our lips. I picture Gramps there beside me, not replacing Marina, but with us. I know he would have liked her. The song comes to an end, I mouth just one word. Aww. And then it's over. I feel something change, not a physical motion, but an emotional one. Something new. Deep inside me, it feels right.
An emotional motion? You could say an emotion?
E-notion? You gonna follow that up with anything, or are you just gonna...
No, that was it.
That was it?
That was it.
All right. 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
The band bows. People are screaming their affections. It's over. We saw them. They performed. It's over. I finally got to hear them play Starship Trooper live. Beside me, Marina shifts to look at me with one coy look on her face.
Amber?
Yeah, that's me.
I think I know what I want to do with the treasure now.
We both lean in, for once knowing exactly what the other was thinking. I think I do too. So where to next? Yeah! Oh, that's such a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. We're going to let the credits play out on this one. They deserve it.
I hear there's DLC to be had as well.
Yeah, okay. So just before we get too far into the thing here. Yeah, there is DLC. We're going to buy that and we're going to play that as well.
Yeah. Gotta happen.
Gotta happen. There might be a little break in the scheduling before that, but yeah, we will play it. I like these two so much. It's been a very long time. Nope. I don't think we've played like a full-length Yuri game like this before. We've played some Yuri on the channel before, definitely. But I don't think anything that's had quite the same scale as this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm thinking back to like some of the Nami stuff we've played.
Yeah.
But most of that tends to be smaller, more intimate games, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. Damn.
Really interesting and unusual choice of soundtrack for a VN relative to every other one we've played ever, too.
True, but I think it also works.
Very American.
Well, I mean, think about it. Most of the stuff we play tend to... Oh, that's concept art. That's very good. Most of the stuff we play on the channel tends to be either very small indie developers or JVNs.
Yep.
We haven't played a ton of big budget Western VNs before, so... Yeah, it makes sense and it fits.
It does.
Fits, especially for that kind of American Southwest vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got me to listen to country music. You got me to listen to country music. I like how Marina Hale and Marina Hale 18 Up were
Two
credited
different
twice.
VAs.
Yep.
I see.
The power of Yuri. Oh, nice.
I'm just mad the soundtrack didn't have Mariah's ska in it.
That's true. It's a good thing we were able to get tickets from that last scalper. I was almost worried.
All that glitters is not gold. Except the gold. The gold always glitters.
I love these guys. You know, I've been hearing talk about a government caravan that disappeared somewhere in Texas. It's apparently transporting a ton of cash. Weirdest thing though, no one can seem to find it.
What? And you're only telling me this now? You really are a slacker, aren't you? Come on, bozos. We got some serious work to do. Every second counts.
This is such a great game.
Yeah.
You can bet. We're going to space them out because I don't think we want to marathon them all at once, but we will definitely be playing more Studio Élan titles in the future.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So, before we leave, I do want to take a look at some of the extras and stuff.
Yeah, because we had all of Marina's thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the CG gallery.
Yeah.
We have all of them? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Aww. Marina's thoughts. Here we go. So we started to look at these originally before we realized that the way they were presented was kind of as like after the fact. Yeah. So we decided to leave them for the end and come back here. And Marina, I believe, will be reading them out for us.
Indeed. Amber's grandpa's favorite tape, and now it's her favorite. I guess that means it's my favorite too, since it's so important to Amber. I was even lucky enough to hear some of it live at the festival we went to together.
She never told me where it went, though.
Slushy. Buying this slushie was the first nice thing Amber ever did for me. Well, second, since she gave me a ride there too. It's cola flavored, since they never had that flavor in my hometown. Hiker's Journal. The book that started everything. It contains riddles with locations to all the miners' hidden treasure. Without this, I would never have met Amber.
Oh, so there's also a variant of it for a more beat-up cover. Okay, that's cool.
Gold Nugget. This belongs to Joe, but Mariah's the one who spends the most time thinking about it. I guess it's an old family heirloom. It's how Mariah says she knew about the treasure before anyone else. Tessa's Wind Chime. One of Tessa's most treasured possessions. She collects license plates and puts them together like this. She said that someday she'll give me one of her wind chimes to keep.
Aww.
Diner meal number 1. Amber and I ate this at a diner together. She thought I was weird for dipping my fries in a milkshake. She doesn't know that everyone does that.
I don't think they do.
Everyone. I'm everyone.
Oh, okay.
Treasure hunting tools. We borrowed this from Mariah and kinda never gave it back. But that's double fair since she did the same thing with my brother's car.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Gold box. These are what the old miner hid his treasure in.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it would change the wording on this one. It didn't on the last one.
We found a few of them along the way. Gold. Real, honest-to-God gold. At first, I couldn't believe it either. Camera. I kept this with me for most of our trip. It has some of our best memories together. I may have gone a little overboard sometimes, though, like when we saw the world's tallest thermometer.
I like that it looks exactly like one of those old Kodak disposable cameras.
Every time I see a thermometer, things just start heating up.
Okay, if you're gonna be like this, going over your thoughts, I'm just gonna walk away.
No.
Okay, fine.
Coloring pages. Okay. So growing up, I would always get super frustrated when I saw other kids coloring outside the lines. It's like, why can't you slow down and stay in the lines? It's not that hard. It'll look prettier. You'll be happier. It doesn't look right. Anyway, I have a girlfriend now.
Got your priorities straight.
You're toast. When Amber made that pun, I groaned. But the truth is, I was actually thinking about doing the same thing. Fortunately, I ended up making a better one. Sam I. Amber is still the proudest I've ever been of a joke. Amber was always so grumpy when we first met. Those eggs may as well have been a portrait. Diner meal number 2, my favorite breakfast in the world. The pancakes were chocolate and had chocolate chips, and the chocolate milk was homemade. Can you tell that I like chocolate?
Hey, honey, I think you might like chocolate.
I like chocolate.
Okay. What's your favorite? Is it chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay, chocolate covered chocolate?
Actually, that's my second favorite.
What's your first favorite?
Amber.
Aww. You're my second favorite. I like coffee more.
That's fair. Brochure. Arches National Park is so pretty. I wish we could have spent more time sightseeing than sitting in traffic. It's weird, though. This brochure doesn't mention Chip Off the Old Block, so I'm not sure how Amber knew about it.
Wikipedia. I looked it up on my smartphone. Yeah. That I own. And have, definitely. Don't worry about it.
Chicken tendies. These are what Tess was eating when we ran into her in Moab. There are so many of them. I bet that Mariah ordered a large size just so she can steal some.
Chicken nuggets.
Steak. Mariah ate like an entire cow, and I'm pretty sure that still wasn't enough because I saw her picking at Tess's tendies too. Grilled cheese. Joe's meal of choice in Utah. Doesn't it remind you of him? The grilled cheese and tomato soup isn't the most exciting thing, but it's trusty and reliable.
God, you know what? I never really appreciated just how good of like a combo that is. Like just get a good warm sandwich and a thing of tomato soup, and that's like...
And then you dip.
What?
And then you dip.
And then you dip. I don't know anyone that does that with breakfast sandwiches and tomato soup.
That's a double lie.
What's the second lie?
Sandwich. Not that there's anything wrong with these, but those fries would totally go better with a milkshake too.
You don't have to put the fries in a milkshake.
How else do you eat them,
Plain.
Amber?
They're salty. They're battery. You don't want them with that sweet flavor profile. That's weird.
Concert tickets. My heart skipped 2 whole beats when Amber asked me to go to the festival with her. It was the first time I really felt like her girlfriend.
Amber Golly?
Yeah.
That's right. Have we ever gotten her name?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember it.
It actually just showed up in the credits.
Oh, okay. Oh, we saw the sandwich here too. Got the tickets and the...
New Vegas buffet. Later on, Amber told me that she covered all her food groups in this meal. Steak, chicken, pork, seafood, and everything else. I can't believe she went back for more. She might be the only person I know who gets her money's worth out of a buffet.
Listen, you never know when the next meal's going to come. You got to stock up.
That's fair. Gained 5 pounds, don't care, would do it again. Stone Coyote. Everything in the motorhome moves around so much when we're driving, so I glued Velcro on the bottom of this to keep it from sliding off the shelf. My heart would be so sad if it broke. Street portrait. We got this portrait drawn of us the first time we went to Las Vegas. Maybe it isn't the most flattering pic ever, but it was fun, so who cares? Also, Amber's really stacked in it.
I'm not that stacked in real life. How did the street artist see it that way?
I know.
It's like you look at it. It's like my breasts are trying to secede from the rest of my chest. How would I even walk upright with a chest like that?
Bag of happiness. Amber got these for me our first time in Vegas. They ended up melting together, so we just had a big chain of gummies. We ended up making a kissing game out of it, but I think it would have worked better with spaghetti.
Marina, we did that in confidence. You're not supposed to tell the people about it.
I feel pretty confident about it.
You're so annoying, I could kiss you.
Panwich. Amber was right. This is totally my jam. Speaking of jam, this would be amazing with strawberry jelly on top.
Only if you want to, like, die.
Diner meal number 3. Amber got this at the same place where I got the pancakes. She might make fun of me, but at least I didn't order half the menu.
Listen, it's not my fault that they don't just have one big plate with all the main things and the sides on it. Like, if you want to get all the proper sides for your diner breakfast, you got to order them all separately. They could just give me a thing with, like, here's a thing of pancakes and some eggs and some home fries and some meat and some toast and a fruit cup and here's your like, they could just get all that in one. We wouldn't have this problem.
God, I want a panwich so bad.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Oh my, I'm looking at it and I'm like, the thing is, like, these, like, separately would be fine. I just don't want, like, the flavor of pancake and, like, syrup and stuff mixed in with, like, the egg. And
really?
Yeah.
Egg, maple syrup?
It doesn't work together. For me.
They do.
It just doesn't work for me.
Sounds like someone who never made a breakfast pizza.
I don't need to know what that is.
A pizza covered in breakfast.
Okay, I guess I know what that is now. Let's see. Oh, and guest art. Hold on. I want to see these.
Nice.
Aw, that's so cute. Hold on. Will it let me hit next?
What about previous? Interesting.
No.
That's fine. That's a great expression.
Absolutely unhappy to be here. All right. And oh, yeah. Man, I'm just realizing how terrible her outfit was for hiking.
Exploring and shit, yeah.
Also, the sunlight effect made it look like Steins Gate sprites for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And like, I realized it's the shade and sun and stuff, but it looked like, oh god, are they new lab mems?
Amber, this was the choice of Steins Gate.
You haven't even played that game yet. You watched one episode of the anime, now you'll just keep repeating it over and over.
Psy. Congro.
It's Congru. First of all. Oh, that's some great artwork. I love the background. Like, what are they doing back there? Oh, that's a really good picture. Hold on. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. It's got a great mood to it.
It does.
Aww. You look over, see this next to you. What do you do? Option 1, smooch. Option 2, smooch. Option 3, double smooch. Aww. I like that one. Why are there so many golden butterflies? Oh no.
No.
I guess without love, it cannot be seen. Oh, look at these two. Yes, we do need more of this. Oh, yeah, just give me that. Come here. This is the most Amber one I've seen, who is just unhappy to be here and doing this. Oh, I like this one. Oh, wow, I really like that. I like the angle on it and like the focus on the back. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I really love that one. Oh, that's really good. We got a couple more? We got a couple more.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet. How come there's been 2 portraits of Marina, but no portraits of Amber so far? Oh, that's
Looks
really...
like the fandom's got an opinion on who's best girl, huh?
I guess they do. I think Amber's best girl, but that's just me. She's had enough of this shit going on and is like, oh, I don't have time for any more of this. Oh, look at these two. They're so damn cute together. Wait.
What?
Oh, you could drag it around.
I see.
Oh, that's really cute. Her face looks like the artist from Dorohedoro.
Does kind of look like a Nikaido face.
Doesn't it?
Does kinda. Wow.
Oh, look, there's more.
You haven't even read that manga.
I haven't, but you've shown me enough of the anime that I've seen it.
We should rewatch it.
I'll give it another try at some point. First time I watched it, it kind of rolled off me. But
you
like,
saw one episode.
And it rolled off me. I didn't care for it that much. Oh, that's really cute. I like that one. She's like, oh no, I've been trapped. Help. I'm too gay for this. What's the top hat?
What?
What? Oh.
What are we looking at?
It's too big for me to be...
And the zoom to full resolution doesn't do anything?
Nope.
What about the one next to it? There we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really cute. Mariah's just like... That's really good. I love this game so much.
Yeah.
I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to playing the DLC. Pretty soon. It's not gonna be too long. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna have a multi-month wait for it, but we'll play the DLC.
Wouldn't it be funny if we did though?
No, let's not. And then at some point in the future, we'll probably play more from this studio. So please look forward to that. Thanks for coming, everyone. Ciao.
Bye.